Leman Russ's early life began with ferocity and violence. His pod landed upon the death world Fenris, where he would be found and raised by a great mother thunderwolf, along with her cubs. Into his early childhood, his pack would be attacked by tribesmen, and Russ would lose many of his companions, but for two, called Gary and Frecky, who would accompany him into the days of the Great Crusade. He would go with these men after slaying nearly all of them barehanded, and quickly became part of the King's Guard of the Russ tribe. After hundreds of victories, he would claim kingship and expand his influence across the realm, later becoming Wolf King of Fenris. Eventually, a mysterious figure came to Fenris and challenged Russ. This was of course the Emperor, who lost to Leman in both drinking and eating, but bested him in single combat. With respect gained, the Emperor revealed himself and took Russ to lead his legion of space wolves. He was found around the same time as Ferrus Manus, shortly after Horus and Alpharius. After being found by the Emperor, Russ would remain under his tutelage for a few weeks before leading his legion of wolves into the stars. Under Russ's leadership and the implantation of the Canis Helix, the Sixth became beasts of men, bearing fangs, claws, and an animal instinct more keen than the other legions. Due to this, Leman and his marines became the Emperor's executioner and lawkeeper. Their first campaign was fought against the Orcs, whose numbers swelled to the billions in a sector known as the Wheel of Fire. This destroyed 1/3 of the legion, but Russ deemed it a success. He is given the Spear of Russ by the Emperor, but generally used his frost sword Mjolnir. During the Night of the Wolf, Leman and Angron battle after a dispute over the nails. Russ also wrestles with the Lion, and it is almost confirmed that the wolves destroyed the entire 11th and or 2nd Legion. So too does he openly oppose Magnus in the Council of Nicaea. Leman Russ was far from Terra when the Heresy began. Due to a deceit by Horus, he not only attempted to arrest Magnus, but instead launched a full-scale assault upon Prospero and burned it to the ground, massacring the 1,000 sons and breaking Magnus's back upon his knee after an epic duel. His continued slaughtering of brothers weighed heavily upon the Wolf King's shoulders. The Alpha Legion then descends upon the wolves, but Russ again awakens his bestial fury and drives them off with the help of dark angels. Russ arrives on Terra, but leaves to invade the still far-off vengeful spirit. He wounds Horus with the Emperor's spear, yet hesitates out of mercy and love for his brother. This proves fatal, as Horus mutilates Russ before the wolf escapes. The wolves did not reach Terra on time for the final battle, and Russ denies the Codex Astartes laid out by Guilliman. Leman then vanishes into the warp, entrusting the Legion to Bjorn the Fell-Handed.